Hello everybody and welcome back to Watch Dogs Week here on Access. With just one day to go before we can unveil fresh gameplay and new information from our time with the game's developers, we've decided to put together a big list of essential Watch Dogs facts so that everybody is ready for the big reveal. So whether you're new to the game and catching up, or you've seen all of the trailers and just want to stay excited, here's our list of 20 things you need to know about Watch Dogs. Number 1. Watch Dogs is set in Chicago. The game's version of the city is described as dense rather than sprawling, a detailed pile of neighborhoods, transport networks and buildings combining select structures you can enter with real-life landmarks like the IBM Plaza, the Central Office Building and the Chicago Dam. Number 2, in this version of Chicago, the entire city is overseen and regulated by a program called CTOS, which stands for Central Operating System. It controls everything from traffic lights to police radios, and making it vulnerable to a hacker was a really stupid idea. Number 3, you play as Aiden Pearce, a one-time thug who's now learnt elite level hacking skills and has a very cool coat. Pearce is a vigilante drawn into a high-powered plot about information warfare and the dangers of universal surveillance. Number 4, to gain access to CTOS, Pearce must infiltrate the central database for each of the game's 6 districts, installing a virus which then gives him access to details of people and places, as well as the ability to manipulate the technologically integrated world around him. Number 5, Pearce connects to this vast hub of information and all the interconnected technology around him using just his smartphone and a program called the Profiler. Number 6, the system also feeds Pearce information about potential crime, offering real-time probabilities on potential victims and perpetrators, which the player can choose to either track and intervene or ignore and let go. Number 7, there are over 100 different types of hack in the game, involving things like setting off alarms to create diversions, switching traffic signals to trigger a road accident, overloading electronics to subdue a criminal, or raising bridges to punish fire engines. As you discover these hacks around the world, selecting and combining them in different ways and at different times gives you a vast choice of how to play the game. Number 8, every NPC character in the game can be hacked, which can mean anything from listening in to their phone calls and perhaps finding side missions to complete, to clearing out their personal bank accounts. Number 9, to make sure that the city looks diverse and organic, there are over 3,000 different NPC character models, each with hundreds of lines of potential dialogue, and you can steal money from them all. Number 10, the game features over 75 different vehicle types, including luxury cars, motorbikes, and rubbish family saloons. Number 11, you can steal cars at any time, and even though Watch Dogs is a third-person action game, you can use cockpit view because the developers of the game decided that it fits well with the game's flow. Number 12, you can also drive a boat along the Chicago River, and if things go wrong, Aiden can also swim thanks to animations borrowed from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Number 13, Watch Dogs has an unscripted day-night cycle, which means time progresses continuously while you're playing the game. There's also dynamic weather, with the game able to deploy wind, rain, fog and clouds at various different levels of intensity. Number 14, Aiden's main weapon is a stick. Don't worry, it's a good stick. 15, also don't worry because he can buy loads of guns. Just like other open world games you might have played recently, you can visit gun shops to buy everything from pistols to automatic rifles and grenade launchers. Unlike those games, here the proprietor might trigger a silent alarm because he recognises you on a news report on TV. Number 16, in fact every member of the public can potentially call the police if they see you doing something illegal. Some might be too intimidated and others can be stopped if you hack or physically remove their phone before the call is connected. Number 17, when the action gets dangerously frantic, Aiden can use focus mode. And while yes, this is the usual trick of slowing down time to make our hero more badass, here it makes him particularly badass as it means he can combine driving or doing parkour with hacking his environment. Number 18, if you're playing while connected to the internet, other players can enter your game surreptitiously and attempt to hack you. You can then track them down, enter into a chase and try to hack them in return, or shoot them to pieces. Don't worry though, because number 19, other players can't enter your game if you're doing a story mission, and if you don't want them to interrupt you at all, you can turn off the whole infiltration malarkey altogether. And finally, number 20, when it's raining, Aiden will clean the front of his smartphone using his jacket, which is amazing. And that was our list of 20 things you need to know about Watch Dogs before this week's big update. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for brand new gameplay and interviews, and subscribe to the channel for more on the biggest games on PlayStation 4.